All right, how's everyone doing today? Welcome to the WOLFPACKMAN YouTube channel. Old man, old packs. I always like episodes where I'm opening something I've never opened before, and that's what I have today. Check this out: 1998 Pacific Paramount baseball cards, the future of America's pastime. Six cards in this inaugural issue pack. Again, not part of my original 2000. I didn't collect this pack back in 1998, but have picked it up since. So I'm going to do this. This is going to kind of be a old and older issue. I also have a FLEER 91 baseball pack that I thought it would be fun to open just in case we don't pull something super cool out of this pack. Couple weeks ago, I went on record as picking the two teams I thought would make it to the NHL finals and the two teams I thought that would be in the NBA finals, and then who would win. I got one of the NHL teams right. I got the Oilers, and I picked the Oilers to win it all, but they fell short. So darn. The NBA, though, I picked both teams that ended up in the finals, OKC and Indiana. I was happy to see Indiana beat the Knicks, kind of a mini upset, and then I have OKC winning it all, and that happens tonight. So hopefully I will have. So I went 3 for 4 is kind of how I look at it in terms of teams getting in the finals, and so far, and if I could go 1 for 2 for the actual finals, I'll be happy with that at this point. So, this set, 250 cards, Hall of Fame players like Cal Ripken Jr., Frank Thomas, Ken Griffey Jr., Rickey Henderson, Randy Johnson, Tony Gwynn, Derek Jeter. I'd love to pull a Derek Jeter out of that pack. In this pack, let me look at my list. We've got 30 cards, 720 cards in the set. Eckersley, Boggs, Fisk, Eddie Murray, Nolan Ryan, Dave Winfield, George Brett, Robin Yount, Kirby Puckett, The Wizard of Oz. So pretty exciting. Some of the players we could pull out of this, and a lot of the players I mentioned in that I might find in here, like Ken Griffey Jr. and Cal Ripken, of course, are also possibilities there as well. So here's what the back of this pack looks like from Pacific Trading Cards. There are my odds for the various insert sets. I looked at a gold retail parallel 1 for 1 or a copper hobby parallel 1 for 1, but everything else, like 1 for 37, is the next best for a special delivery die cut. So, oh, there's a 2 for 37 on team checklist die cut. So kind of, if we get another insert in here, that would, other than the ones I mentioned, then that will be pretty rare card. So that would be cool. Again, never before seen on the WOLFPACKMAN YouTube channel. And again, that's part of what it was nice to have those 2,000 cards. And part of my goal with the 2,000 packs was to basically capture the history of those 2,000 packs. And so every time I do one like this, it's like, here's history of pack 2001, 2002, whatever. So obviously Matt Williams here, good player. I like the cards where you get all their career stats on the back, so that's cool, and a nice color picture. And whoa, that's pretty silver. It's actually, I can't. It says his name in silver, but good. I would not have been able to read it if I just looked at the front. So there's Matt Williams, card 1. Brett Boone, Bob Boone's son, card number 2. Look at the photography, bleeding right to the edge. That's cool. Jason Giambi. Oh, Whitey, what's wrong, buddy? Yeah, I know. Life sucks when you're a cat. Kevin Young. Oh, that's a neat picture right there. I like that. I like that twist. Uh, Kurt Schilling, Mr. Bloody Sock. No, got a cat fight going on in the background. Sorry. And Royce Clayton is the other. Is the other oh, that's the gold retail one is Royce Clayton. So kind of like tops gold. So so there you go. 1998 Pacific Paramount. Uh, Now at least you know what they look like. If you ever want to pick up a pack, they're neat cards. I give you that. They're cool cards. I like them, but it is super hard to read the front. Super hard. Okay, so we got the Wild Thing right out of the back. Mitch Webster. Pretty sure he's the Wild Thing. No, he's not. My bad. Sorry. Getting off to a bad start with this back. Uh, there we go. Mitch Webster. There's the front and the back of these 1991 cards. We got Jim Gantner. Look at all those stats, man. That guy back all the way back to 77. Pretty awesome career. Brian Harper. Dickie Thon. There's literally a war going on above my head right now with the two cats. So funny. Thomas Howard. Dave Gallagher. You know, these cards are pretty obnoxious, but I still like them. Jeff Kunkel, Kunkel, they're different, you know, but I sometimes different isn't necessarily bad. Gary Thurman, I wouldn't mind getting a Hall of Famer or two though. Jimmy Jones, the pitcher and coach of the Dallas Cowboys. Bryn Smith, Ryan Smith. Here's a second generation stars Ken Griffey Jr., Barry Bonds, card 710. Oh my God, look how young they were. That's an interesting card. I've never seen it before. That's cool. Jason Grimsley, Atlee Hamaker, David Segui. That's kind of cool. The ball is just right there in front of his glove. Bill Hasselman. Kobe Ward. A lot of commons in here, but then you have 700 cards in a set. That's what you get. Rick Cerrone. Remember, he played a lot of years for the Yankees. There's Yankees, then Braves, then Brewers, then Yankees, then Red Sox, then Yankees. Wow. Didn't realize he went back and forth from the Yankees that many times. Dennis Martinez. Dennis is. Don't believe Dennis is in the Hall of Fame, but I'm gonna set him. I'm actually gonna set his card off to the side just to check. Dave Winfield. There's a Hall of Famer. At this point, he has 378 home runs. He did not play in 1989. I wonder what injury he had that prevented him from playing that year. Mark Leonard. Mike Morgan. Dave Righetti. 224 saves. 3.11 ERA. Stud. Brett Saberhagen. He was really good too. 97 and 70. Look, he went 23 and 6 with a 2.16 ERA in 1989. Thought for sure he would end up in the Hall. Nelson Santovina. Neil Heaton. Paul O'Neill, another guy who put up really good numbers for the Reds. Wonder if he's in the Reds Hall of Fame. I have to believe he is. Mark Thurman. Brian Downing for the Angels. 266, 248 home runs. Solid player that you probably have never heard of before, but he was a solid player. Roger McDowell. Looks like I have 4 cards left after Roger McDowell. Roy Smith. I'm leaving that. Well, I didn't really leave a full spot for another card. I thought I did. Here's a Giants top 10 home runs, 646. Willie Mays. Juan Marichal has wins and strikeouts and batting average. Oh, so that's a sticker. Uh-oh. Oh, the last 3 are stickers. Cleveland, Toronto, St. Louis, Pittsburgh. So we'll just end with Cleveland right in the middle there. What the heck? All right. So that kind of turned out to be the best card. The Junior and Bonds. And then we had a Winfield, and that not a huge day for Hall of Famers, but want to know what? It was a day with a new pack that I had never opened before, so I'm excited about that. So peace and pickleball, peace and pickleball. Let's go OKC. Don't make a non-liar out of Tom. Who said you would win the NBA championship this year? See you guys.